Uh-oh. My bad, y'all. Y'all cut y'all stuff off. You know what? That little mic over there, go get it right quick. I don't know if this will work because it's only got one place to plug in at. That ain't gonna work. That little mic ain't gonna work. You're gonna have to. Where's the mic on this? Where's the mic on this? This one. This one. Yes. There you go. Oh, you're talking wherever you at. Okay, I can hear it when you talk here. There you go. Put it. Let's see. Yeah, we got technical difficulties a little bit. Move back, man. Move back. Move. Go over there. Lay down. Excuse me.
Thank you very much.
What's up? Okay. Let's get to it. Y'all got some echo going on. I think that might be you. You might have to turn mute it. Yeah. When you're not talking, mute it. Okay. All right, let's get to it. Peace and blessings, everyone. I am Source Energy God Coach King Malik with my young God Kings. I am one of the universe's best examples of unlimited love and eternal power, and I play no games. Young Kings.
Why are you gonna introduce yourself first?
Introduce yourself.
I had to fix my setting real quick.
Okay, somebody else can do it. Y'all don't have to go in order. Amir, you should get a background other than the green because you can, my man.
Yeah, I was about to. My name is
Okay.
King Son, the first Christ creation.
Can't quite hear you. You sounding like you're in the background. Your mic is not on.
Okay. You hear me? You hear me now?
Much clearer.
Oh.
Much clearer. But just talking, then do what you got to do. Because of the echo, baby.
All right.
Okay, go ahead. Let's go. Let's go. What y'all doing? Hello? Everybody been waiting already for the longest. And I apologize for that because I had a little technical difficulties. And then when you're a caregiver and when you're a parent to 11 children at home, things change sometimes. I tend to around it. You got to be balanced to handle it. That's what we do.
King Son, the third. History Revolution. Colors my eye. Definitely willing until you continue to enjoy every single second of your now. My name is Malik Colors, also known as the Amir Sphere. I will that you enjoy every second of your now, and I will that you enjoy this content we're about to put out into the world.
All right. You gotta turn your mic. You gotta mute and turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, that kind of thing.
So my name is King Son the Fourth, also known as Mac the Magnificent and Malik McCullers. And I'm so grateful to be here with you all today, for this topic that we are speaking on.
That's what's up. Okay, so the topic is yeah, please, just got echoes if I hear. Mike's on, please. Mike's on. Thank you. Okay, the topic is how can Black melanated men be successful fathers without the support of the child's mother? Okay, so I they're speaking on behalf of their opinion. I'm speaking on the behalf of my facts and opinion. Because it's a lot of things that apply to that, and that's circumstances that matter. Like it's different situations that really, really decide that because that could be a yes, that could be a no. It depends on your perspective, and where you are at the time and what your situation is, because everybody's situation is different, of course. So, would you like to introduce yourself, Camille?
Yes, sir. I'll go ahead and go after him.
And get the mic in front of you, please.
Yes, sir.
Please use the mic. Put the mic close to you. Headphones, mic. Turn your device off. All you're doing is looking at your device. Mute everything on yours because you can hear and see everything or hear and talk through the mics. So let's go.
King Son the Fifth, also known as Malik from McCullers, also known as the Chameleon. I wanted to enjoy the information we're going to be sharing with you today.
That's what's up.
And my name is King Son the First, Crisis Creations. I greatly appreciate everybody who's tuning in.
That's what's up. And anybody who sees this and sees any favor in it, these are my young king sons. These are all my sons. And this is not just all my sons because I have several more, but these are the ones that participate with me. And it's like our thing. I do my thing as well, but this is just to be able to co-create a lot of positive and loving energy to share ideas and intentions of better thought processes, ideas, just in general. Okay, so how can Black melanated men be successful fathers without the support of their mothers? Okay, so should I go first? Or I should.
Yeah, definitely. You should definitely go first.
Okay, well, I have a different take on that. Okay, so how can? There's several ways you can. You know what I'm saying? And several people will argue me down that it's not possible in some ways, and some ways I would not. I have no argument for some because some females are not going to allow you to have a balanced or successful relationship with your child, so therefore it will be hard to be a successful father. But in the context of thought process, in the context of now, in the context of knowing, and when you come to know, and I'm just speaking from myself, from my own perspective of what I've gone through my own self, I feel like we can, first of all, be successful fathers because no woman determines, should be able to determine your position with your child. And believe me, I do understand and understand because I've had I've got personal situations that prove that it is possible for a woman to or the child's mother to completely keep you from having a successful relationship, therefore making your ability to be a father to that child unsuccessful. But that does not mean that you are not a successful father because you can take, or if you have any other children, you can apply that to them. But the thing is, that's a choice as a man. When you decide to plant a seed, it depends on how deep you want to go in terms of taking care of that seed. And I think it's got a lot to do with what you go through in life, because I've been through enough to where I saw my parents initially together attempting to, take care of a household. And it wasn't, they had a hard time, obviously, because my father wasn't, just a bunch of things that didn't let it work, but it made it clear to me that that process is something that you have to, as far as a parent and being a father, that's you could do it without the mother support, because if you choose to be a father to your child for real, nothing's going to keep you back, even if you're away. Like, you can be an inspirational, emotional, and I know it's really important for us to be in the house with our children, but I think the influence that we have, in a spiritual perspective, and then how powerful you are as an entity in terms of knowing that you are, source, that you are source energy, that you are the deciding factor as to what takes place in your life and your relationship with yourself will determine if you can be a successful father. But get to the point of like this: if you're not in a place where you can be around your child, but you can communicate, I think that you really, really should focus on showing as much love, sharing as much love through your words as you possibly can, and being sincere. If you are around your children, I think that you should, walk out the actions, do what you can to small things. If it's not a money thing, if you don't have money to do the things that you would want to do to impress them or make them feel like you're sincere about how you feel about them, what you do is you apply love to that. You replace that with love, because it's children most times, and just they can vouch for this. When you do right by them starting out, it becomes a thing of normality, them knowing that you mean well. You know what I'm saying? So then you'll be able to do way more for them. But if when you're in a position where you can't, and you're showing them love and you're making the best out of things, like they don't know the difference of what costs money and what does not when you actually add fun to it, especially when you go places. When they might see you do, especially when they're little, they might see you doing transactions with money when you take them in places, but they don't really know the value of it cost unless you drilled them, unless you got all in their head and told them how broke you was to get there, and you made them feel kind of crazy about even going. So they probably looking at you. But if you never said nothing and you just get them there and they just can do everything they want, they're not concerned about what it took or what was the reason to get there. You know what I'm saying? They didn't. That's just the part. They happy about the fun. I could tell you a situation, as far as me. Okay, like this is one of the things that I know you had. This is just a small example. Okay, we had a situation. I'm gonna show you how it doesn't matter. We had a situation where we had a storm when we lived in Georgia. We lived in a very rural suburban area with no other houses around us, like 20 something acres and all of that. And we had a storm where everybody's power was out. Everybody was without, because, trees had messed up the streets. I mean, there was a lot of floods. A few people lost their life really in the general area. So happened our house was, but we were blessed because it's set up on a hill. We saw the water flowing through. We saw a lot of different things, right? This was two different houses that just happened, but this specific, house, we had, major situations to take place, and it was like the power out for a week. The children, because we're doing fun things like lighting candles and letting them make tents and stuff like that, and just making sure we're doing cooking out, doing things that they, that the power out. Okay, the children really kind of understand that, but I tell you what, it seemed like they didn't even care about that, because another incident when the power came back on, everything good. Another incident where I flat out had payment issues, had money issues, so the power had to be off for like 6 days. Same thing. They didn't act like it was no different, so they made it easier for me to be not stressed out about, oh man, the power. When they were all happy about the tents and all the stuff that they could do, playing and stuff like that, and it get dark at night, they got the candles, different things. We got lights. That became something that made me realize, you know what I'm saying? It's important to just show love, be the best you can in front of them, and let them see what you go through, but show love the whole time. I think that's a part of being a successful father and successful parent, and talking them through stuff, making them understand, or giving them, or not making them, because you can't make anybody do anything, but giving them suggestions and influences that would, assist them to understand from different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you had a certain way you looked at things and then it affected your life, and then you see the people that you love and care for seeing it the way you saw it or the way they taught you to see it, and it's affecting their life, and you can see the reciprocation of the same shit. I don't want that for them. I don't want that for nobody. I really will that we could all come together and figure out a way to be different types of influence, because a lot of people my age seem like, we got some issues, like with the fact that the younger generations seem smarter than us, but they got the internet. So it's not smarter. They got more technology. I say it's well, I don't know if it's smarter as much as it is you got access to more, because it's just more so we have to share knowledge now. And I think I can be just as smart as them because I know how to Google too. You know what I'm saying? I know how to go straight to Google, especially when the shit first came out. And I realized that was where I can get the answer. And I always been the type of person that wanted the answer, but nobody would know. Not everybody I knew had the answer. And some of the people that I go ask the answer, if they knew, they would tell me. The ones who care for me, the ones who, I guess if they care for me, they would tell me. But man, some of the cats probably knew the answer and wouldn't tell me. So I just learned early, oh, this is a way to find out information. So I started doing that early. I'm just not a old head with that. I'm like young as them with it. I search and I do my work on it just like I utilize it, like they utilize it. But I learned, that it's poison. It could be poisonous, and it's another thing. As a father, you want to influence, your children to just be balanced. Okay, so how can a black melanated man be a successful father without the support of his mother? First of all, I want to share this. I don't care if you happily married with children, everything good. You don't have your wife's 100% support when it comes down to your children. That's not, that's not, I haven't seen, well, me personally, I'm not saying that you can't negotiate things and things don't work out in the favor of when you have a clear, understanding, but understanding. But at the same time, I don't believe that, because if you have to reprimand your child and you have to, as a man, you might have to grab your son up, your wife or your mate, his mother might feel, oh, that's too much, that's too much. But as a man, it might not be too much. I'm not saying abuse your children, but when you 6'1" and they 6'4", 6'5" later on, and you didn't say something, or do something, and you timid and stuff, they might just decide to step on you. You know what I'm saying? It's a respect factor, not trying to pump no fear. It's a respect factor, because the world is not going to care. It's going to be a little man with a gun that'll blast your head off. It doesn't matter how big you are. So you have to be some kind of representation. Same thing with the women, baby and the boys, baby and the girls too, for that matter, because a man don't want his daughter to be babied necessarily by another female, baby by a dude either, per se, like, nurtured and cared for and treated very sweetly. But that baby shit, that takes issues on in life. That takes issues into adulthood. Teenagers going into relationships and having boys expecting attempting to be the wrong thing because you got the wrong idea of what it's supposed to be. Boys, the same thing. It's a flip side to everything. So, just the agreeing of things. So I say this: ain't nobody gonna tell me how to be a father to my children. I'm gonna be respectful to how my mate sees things, but she's not going to tell me how to rear and respectfully, raise or influence them, because she can't do it from my perspective. A woman cannot do that from a man's perspective, as such a man cannot do it from a woman's perspective. And I totally appreciate these single moms out here doing the best that you can raising these young men, but you need to get a man in their life of some type. Like, I'm not trying to tell you go just deal with anybody, but you need to get a man in their life that actually cares for them, some kind of coach or some kind of something, because men need men to support them. You know what I'm saying? Men need men. Women need women, and men. Women really need their fathers. Like, I think, just because of my own situation, I think men can survive without a man, you know what I'm saying, if he has a few supportive, influences from men. Not necessarily a man in his life the whole time, but if he got an uncle over here or granddad over here or a big homie over here, I'm talking about not the big homie that's on the bullshit. I'm talking about the big homie that's really raising you up. Because I say big homie because I know that's what a lot of little dudes, younger cats say. I'm talking about somebody who's influencing you or inspiring you to do something good in your life. Not no bullshit homie. Not the big bullshit homie. Not the big homie that ain't still in the hood, ain't did shit, and trying to check your pockets because you doing something, but he the big homie. That bullshit like that. Not that. I'm talking about somebody who cares for you. Somebody who could care for your children. There's a lot of coaches out here that would love to, like me. And then them. I got some sons. My king sons are coaching, will coach young men as well, young adult men and young teenage men, because this is what we're doing. We're doing it as a team. You know what I'm saying? So we can be on point. You know what I mean? And be in a position where we can be known to be the best examples of the unlimited love and eternal power. As a father, I feel like I'm a father to every, young man that comes into my life, especially if they're looking at me like, any young dude that called me OG, man, you have no idea, who you talking to. Like, when you say OG, you got that shit on the head, because I've earned my stripes. I'm certified. You know what I'm saying? Been, you know, grateful to be here, even doing this. But I'm, so when I get that kind of response or respect because I'm talking to someone or, just sharing some love with somebody. It makes me feel honored because I made it through some stuff that the average dude, I got friends that were my friends that that been dead for 30 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they didn't make it out of the phase of life that we were most dangerous in. You know what I'm saying? And I just now know that it is possible. And how can we need to support each other. You need to find brothers who are fathers who have different, ways, because I know it's not one way. I feel like this: if we can gather fathers together, real men who want to be fathers, and the ones who are not able to be fathers to their children, why don't you sign up somewhere to be a big influence or a big brother or a big or a father influence to other children, so that the karma from that can put your child in your life, or either allow your child to have a different perspective of something, because the energy of change, man, we control it. We control this. We control the energy. We control the whole vibration of everything around us. So when we decide, you know I just have commanded success, peace, love, and honor on my bloodline. That's why you see what you see. The average person can't say that about his sons or daughters. And I'm not saying I don't have a prodigal son or a prodigal daughter. I know I do have a prodigal son, but that's from the 12 tribes. I look at, like, I got the 12 tribes, and I got 7 boys right here with me in the 7th year. I got 4 goddesses. And I mean, excuse me, kings. I got 7 gods here with me, young kings, and I got 4 goddesses. So that's 11. So we got all the numbers that matter in the universe, like all the numbers, and the numbers add up. Everything adds up. The energies adds up. Everything, all the beauty that we share together, the love that we have for one another is sincere. So yeah, we can be successful by coming together, looking at who is the model fathers and who would, who has the idea of supporting fathers. And let's figure out how we can come together. I have a group called Fortunate Fathers on what is it? What's the app Clubhouse? And I'm going to start, soliciting, not necessarily in a negative way, but see if I can get people to come forth with this idea. Let's just put father techniques together. I know a lot of people probably do it, but I want to do it on a different level. Like, it doesn't matter what technique it is. If it worked, share it. It might be some unorthodox. Another cat might be like, ain't no way in hell that's gonna work for me. Well, maybe it not. Maybe it won't. If you said it, it definitely won't. But I'm just saying, we have options to everybody's, creative idea. Something's gonna work for somebody. It might be some slick words that, hey man, I had told my baby mama this one time, and she just out of the blue let me have my child. Like, something like that. Because you got to think, if females really since they really, a lot of them be on the bullshit about having the child, and they be tired as hell and having all kind of issues with raising a child anyway, and complaining to everybody, and you too probably, about what your child does. You could easily just figure out a way to get your child in your possession, or either work out something to where, because she gonna get tired. I mean, it's a way to negotiate. If it's, and a lot of times it's about money. If you don't have money, be creative. Figure out something that can create money to be able to approach the child's mother, if that's what it is. And I'm not dissing mothers. I'm just speaking on, if you don't have support from you, if we don't have support from you, is there a way to be successful? And I wouldn't tell no man, nah, man, it's not, no way, nah. Between me understanding how prayer worked initially, before I learned about how meditation worked, before I learned about that I am, now that I know what I know, everything is possible for a father to be successful, especially because that's one of the God powers you have, co-creating another human being. I, have, I don't know, some situations you're not going to be able to step in and take over, but you got to look at the phase of life you were in when you co-created that child. You got to look at the situation that you're in now. If that was supposed to be a lesson, because everybody's, I suggest some people don't even try to, deal with a child that doesn't care for you, spit shit on you, and their parents and their mom has done that the whole time, because you're going to be fighting an uphill battle. You know what I'm saying? Go to Mr. Palmer. Mr. Palmer, he's on YouTube. He explains a lot about the child support situations. He got a lot of information on there, like, and it's a lot of truth to what he says. And I have experienced exactly in a traumatizing situation my first born child situation like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a part of this tribe, like for real. And you know, more than likely DNA has been changed because my vibration has changed. I slept with the devil, you know what I'm saying? And I know in my life at that time I was definitely I was in hell heavy. So I couldn't do nothing but sleep with the devil. But unfortunately, I got a graduate degree by having a, you know, co-creating a child that really pretty much shows me hate. Like, you know what I'm saying? With no understanding or understanding of who the hell I am. So I'm good because look what I have. I was still blessed with a dozen after that care for me. Well, at least 11 of them. At least I know 11 of them seem to do so. And you know, the king's sons that I have present with me and the goddesses that I have present with me, I get so much love and respect from them that I know that you can be successful without the mother's support. Not to say that my wife, my queen, my goddess does not support me, because she does, but she's had lip about shit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And especially me being like having to say, nah, we all gonna do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's been one of them things that isn't, I don't think, well, I have to give mine a lot of credit for her position, because I'm always on these lives looking at these ways, these relationships, and the idea and the attitudes and the perceptions of some of the women and some of the men, even the married women, you know, and the married men, and the ones who are supposed to be feminine and all of that. I'm just grateful my wife respects me, and she shows me more love than I can imagine. So I'm saying, so that respect thing is the first thing. If she didn't love me, as long as she respect me, I'll be good, because see what I got, most people can't get. You know what I'm saying? I got 12 children. I got 11 children here with me right now that I've watched come out of her, that I had the blessing of co-creating with her. So it's like I don't have a doubt about anything that I got going on, especially now. I'm grateful for knowing that, yeah, you can be. Because like I say, throughout the 23 years that we're coming up on, 22 plus years being married, you know what I'm saying, being together, being, you know an acquaintance longer, it's like I haven't got, it wasn't no easy, you know, hell no. You know what I'm saying? I'm successful without the support all the time, because you will not get the mother support all the time. I just get the support from mine mostly. You know what I'm saying? And most of the things she's realized that I've made the right decision upon, because I've been through enough. I've been through enough for a man. I've been through enough to see what women go through based upon my own life. And I know that I am source. I know that they are. I know that we are. And no matter who and whoever the hell says it and who don't believe it, you still are. And you bucking if you fighting with it. You know what I'm saying? It's all good to see it be how you choose to be, because I respect that. But you know, it is what it is. In order to know how to do anything, understand who you are, you know what I'm saying? Once you do that, you'll realize that as a man, especially, and me being, you know, a father for real, can't nobody check my traps. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm official on mine. Like, you know, I know that. I know that I am. I've proven it, continuously proven it, still got I command to have as much healthy, very wealthy health and blessed perception, energy, thought process, mind, the ability to love and, exert power from now on, like from eternity. And it's been passed down through generation, because I got like a everything every year. Like it's like a blessing for me. So I look at it like, okay, yeah, you can be successful without the support of the child's mother. You can be successful without the support of anybody, as long as you take a stance on how you're going to be with that child. You know what I'm saying? Because a real woman, anyway, once she recognizes you as God, once you step up in the power that you possess, you won't have no opposition. Opposition does not exist in that, in that vibration. It does not. It does not exist. That opposition, and then if it's opposition, you'll be able to very, very well recognize it and shut that shit down, like immediately. You won't have to go through too much of anything. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with nobody's crap anyway. You dig what I'm saying? So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep it moving. And okay, so another thing, like I said, I think the main thing to know that how we could be successful, is support each other. Support each other. Find men that you know that are good fathers, even if you don't know them. You know, a man who is a good father is not going to turn down. I can't see. I'm just saying, me speaking from my own. If a younger man or even an older man came to me and said, "Hey, man, I see how you deal with your children, bro. I would like to really share some thoughts with you, or see if you can give me some ideas on maybe how to communicate with mine or anything of that sort, man." I'm gonna take honor to that, and I'm gonna do what I can, especially a younger man, because I have a couple of people that I coach that I'm really grateful that they even look at me the way they do. And the words they say let me know that they really do see me in that way because of the way they respond. And then don't nobody have to give a damn about you. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody have to care nothing about you. They don't have to look at your situation and say, "Hey, man, you're a good influence, you this," because most people don't. People look at you and turn their nose up when you got half of anything going on right. And I know, like me and young MacMod the Magnificent was speaking yesterday about like how we could just. He was saying, what was you saying yesterday? How you could put a dog video on there and get a gang of stuff. As soon as we go talking about parenting, something positive, how we don't even you can't get no likes or something. I mean, ain't nobody hardly looking at it. You can't even, and I get that because that's facts. Like that's totally facts. I go in here and I go back to the videos and I'm not looking for it. I'm just willing that somebody look at it, and even if they don't press like, maybe they can get something from it. Like, because the objective is to figure out how to present these words, how to show up at the right time, in the right vibration, get the right energy to feel it, and to move forward that way, and to connect with the right people who can assist. We can assist each other because I know that I have a powerhouse of energy and love to offer over here between me and this whole tribe, and my goddess and I, all the way down to the animals that we have access to. Everybody got so much love in here. We're doing, I feel phenomenal things because of the fact that it's like, come on, man. It's a bunch of teenagers together. Yeah, they be having little differences, but they pretty much love each other, man. And they don't, I can feel the bullshit when the bullshit is on deck. My intuition is raised to, you know, infinite. Like I don't have no limits on how I can, what I feel about things and how I see stuff. I can feel things before they come, and I'm very very my empathy my empathy has increased tremendously. Therefore, assisting my intuition. I mean, I'm not missing anything. And then my knowing is like I'm just saying, sharing with brothers. The more you thrive to command better for yourself, to command better for your seeds, your family, your foundation, I guarantee you, you'll see a difference. You'll see a difference. Be willing to check yourself at the gate. Let's help, let's assist each other. Let's, promote, let's support, let's go on each other's profiles and hit each other up with some information. Because it's a bunch of brothers that I've been seeing. We do a lot of stuff independently, but the ones of us that are like really saying some of the stuff that I say, we kind of spread out. Like, and we don't have no competition with each other because hell, ain't nobody. I mean, I'm not gonna say that. It's a lot of people not really, focusing in on us like that anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I have a desire to, I command to, I've put it into the ether that I will be working with Billy Carson, Dr. B Serious. I'll be working with it's quite a few brothers that I intend on working with, that I have commanded to work with. Like right now. And if you hear the sound of my voice and it makes any sense and the vibration hits you or moves you in any kind of way, I will that we can get to where we're supposed to get to. I'm looking for this brother's profile. Rod Hayes, no question. I think everyone should figure out how to get Rod Hayes on something, because that brother is like Billy Carson. They speak facts through action that make you have to, do something. That makes you have to think about your perspective or your feelings on life. And that, in terms of just being a better man, that'll help you be a better father, if that's one of the things that you're having to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Because we got stuff to deal with, all of us. And I'm going to be a successful father with or without assistance. I don't need no assistance. You know what I'm saying? I realized that once this first situation happened to me, and I was denied the right to see this child until she turned 18, and she chose not to even see me at that time until she was like 21, and then she was in a crisis by the time that happened, and then so much shit took place that it made me realize that my value is it's beyond words. I know that I know that I am source energy. I know that I am a God. We are all are. It's like really proven when you go through certain things, and you don't have to go through a lot of things. It's just like, but when you go through certain things, it kind of confirms certain things, and I've been confirmed, so I don't have to, go look again. But like I said, it's a few people, and it's my Instagram moving pretty slow, so I was attempting to look at um, this and see who I liked because it was a brother on here that's speaking a lot of positive energy. And I see a lot of us out here, like I said, and I'm going to be putting it up because I feel like that's the way. The 19 keys, everybody knows. Anybody knows 19 keys knows that brother got a lot of God power, bringing very much rich merit, black magic 363. And I'm going to shout him out every time because willfully somebody will say, hey, man, he might not have a lot of followers, but something you can speak about. And Father Figure Apparel, I got a lot of respect for what he's doing. But the brother that I'm really speaking about, Nasir, can you assist me with, like, you showed me before how to look at this and get my likes or get my, okay, I see it right here. You said activity and then you go into interactions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Likes. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So I have to go back because it was a little bit. But yeah, we should be able to come together some kind of way. It's ways like we all got these internet connections. We all got these DMs and stuff. We don't even have to make it public if you don't want to share your business or how you moving with others. But we can do it silently because I was always taught the more you do in silence, the more you get done, and the more you're blessed via the universe. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with that. I don't have to be sitting out front saying, hey, look at us. Look at what we're doing. No, that's not it. My objective is what can we get done? You know what I'm saying? I know we can get some stuff done. We just have to sit, come together and decide to do it. Come together. We got to get done. Most of us know we need to get done. We need to be a better representation to these young boys and these young people so that we could get a better response, a better return, and get more respect. We give more respect, you get more respect. We're not getting respect because the people my age don't seem to want to, bow down to the young kings in the sense of like respect. Not bow down on no buster stuff. I'm talking about the fact that they got to be here longer, man. I will, man, I will, and I command this for mine to if you see an elder in a place where they need your help, male especially, melanated male especially, you go help. You know what I'm saying? I know some of them be like, get away from me, little nigga, this, that, and the other, you little whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? If it's something you can do to help, if you see where it's best for you to leave them alone, yeah, go ahead and leave them alone. But I suggest everybody, any of us, and that's elders in general, because I don't want to take creation out of the picture. I'm just saying for us as people, we don't seem to care about each other as much, especially the youngsters. They'll kill each other, quick as hell. So where does that leave us? We all, I'm really like wanting to know that I could depend on mine. You know what I'm saying? No matter what anybody else does, I am going to, as I do, as I command to do all the days of my life, be the representation. Reach out to other brothers like I'm doing, like on this platform, requesting, assistance in how can we move forward. Because some people in a big place and they could use, like we could put our information together. I know I got some information that could sit to us that can assist numbers. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had to go through a lot. I mean, we could share experiences and compare notes. And most of us have similar backgrounds that actually have something to offer or that can make some type of a difference or some type of an impact. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's important for us to really, take heed to it. Like, really, what the hell we thinking? Like, what we got going on? I'm ready for the action. I'm ready for the action. And so how can we do that? Like, let's try this. Let's try this. I'm gonna do this again. I'm Coach King Malik. I'm Source Energy, God Coach King Malik. Got all these profiles, Thought Processes 365, Coach King Malik on YouTube, on Instagram, _ Coach King Malik, maybe on TikTok. All of that stuff is, and the McCullers Group is our foundation because all that you see is a part of that foundation. I desire, I command, I intend, I command over everything that my energy, the love that we share, and the power that is within me will attract and you know confirm and affirm those who recognize us, who see us, that we are worthy of the assistance that we are wanting to actually make a difference. Because I'm willing to assist where I can. Just hit me up and see how we can make it work. That's how we do. That's how we have to do as a unit. And just for the record, we are having our network drop on the 7th, which it'll be the 8th when I'm actually present, because all day on the 7th we have a God Power lecture seminar with Billy Carson and Dr. B. Serious. And it's literally from 10 in the morning to 10 at night or 9 at night or whatnot. But we're going to be present for that, the whole all of us. But our network will go live, should be on the 7th. And it's the Vortex Now Network TV. We are be on Roku. We are just presenting whatever we can from our forum in the sense of which can't do here necessarily. You know what I'm saying? We're just bringing all the creative parts, but everything you see on all of the stuff we do is done in-house. So if we can assist, please hit us up. We want to support, and we want support. We desire to work with those who desire to work with us. But everything you see, if you hear production, if you see graphics, if you see artwork, if you hear, a voiceover in the back that's not credited to somebody else, if you hear it and it don't have like, oh, this is somebody else's stuff, then you'll know it's something that came from what we're doing. If it's writing, if you hear motivation or something that is written like a poem or something, if you hear anything, whatever you hear on our network, hey, it's 9 times out of 10, it was created by us, it was composed by us, it was, effectively shared from us, from a creative and loving state. So we want to be able to share that. So we do everything, websites, everything. Like, that's on that side. And on the other side, we do go to Grand Premium with gpcs.llc. That is our business where we do LLCs, we do nonprofits, we assist with counseling credit, counseling business credit, the same things that we are actually going to be strengthened with by going to see, doing with Billy Carson. We do all of that as well. It's just that now we're going to be teamed up with a much larger situation where we can assist more people. You know what I'm saying? And we have lenders that I deal with on business credit. Once we get you to a certain point, same thing we're going into. We can offer real estate wholesale deal, all kind of stuff. So just check us out, and see if we have anything that we can offer. And but the biggest part now to me in my life is being able to share the experiences, because it seems like even with the talents of or the skill of putting businesses together, this is something that we consult people to do. You know what I'm saying? I could show you how to do all of that stuff and you can do it yourself. But most people, you have to do life change yourself, but everybody, you can't show a person that. You can just be an example to that, and they have to feel your energy. They have to feel the experience from your vibration, you know what I'm saying, in order to trust that you're able to, do anything to assist them, you know what I'm saying? But, I've been through a lot, man. I just want to, I can prove it. Like, I just want to share it so it can help others. And I've helped a lot of people already, and I know I have, and I'm not asking anybody to prove it, because I know who I assist. And it is what it is. When you have a certain type of environment of people you deal with, certain things you keep, respectfully to yourself, and it's respectful, because I'm not looking for no horns to be tooted. What I want to do is, like I said, I want to be a part of the movement that moves the world into a different direction. And I command to be that. And I'm here to do that because I am Source Energy.
And so it is.
God Coach King
So it
Malik
shall continue
with
to
my
be.
young God Kings. And I am one of the universe's best examples of unlimited power and unlimited love and eternal power. And I play no game.
No games whatsoever.
And so it
Whatsoever.
is.
That's
Not
what I'm saying.
whatsoever.
So, would you all like to say
So it is.
I'll be real. I personally don't have anything I want to say. You just, mm,
I mean, just, you know,
it is what it is.
That was the break.
all
Yeah.
of it. I just want you guys present anyway. Echo, please. Echo. Yeah, well, I just want you guys present anyway, just because we are present, and I really would like for you all to say something, but you don't have to because I get it.
You made the point all the way clear.
Okay, if that's what you feel like. I mean, if anybody likes this video, please like and subscribe and share.
I'm gonna do something right quick.
We are very, very grateful. I'm grateful that if anybody whoever watches, and sees this at a later time, I'm grateful. If anything resonates, if anything, touches you in any way, if you have any questions or if you didn't like something, you could even voice your opinion that way. It doesn't bother me because I know that's a part of me that I need to deal with. So let's all stay in the mirror. Let's race to the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Let's stay focused and be, on a mission to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to in terms of what we do for and to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because in order to be anything, better father, a better person, a better human being, a better husband, better son, better brother, better sister, better mother, better whatever, the better you want to be, you have to be that to you first. You have to spend time with yourself, preferably in the mirror, so you can look directly at yourself and be happy with and get used to and love what you see. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever somebody told you, if it has an effect on you and it's not, and it's overriding the effect of what you actually see when you look, because when you look and you look at yourself for real, you're gonna see the beauty. I don't care what you look like. You're gonna see the beauty in you. It's not, it's not this. It's deep within, and for some reason, the spirit jumps right out at you. It's like you're no longer looking at you. You're seeing the spirit of the feeling that brings the. I mean, just try it. Like I said, the race technique. You know what I'm saying? Just go to the mirror, reflect, accept, correct, and emerge. 5 to 15 minutes. Don't take long, man. Just try it. Just try it. But all is well. Thank you. Like I said, if it's of any liking to you, or if it touches you in any way, or it, seems like it could be of some assistance to anyone else, please share it. Please like it. It is what it is. And thank you again. Much love, much peace. I am Source Energy, God Coach King Malik with my young God Kings. I am one of the universe's best examples of unlimited love and eternal power, and I play no games. Facts.
And so it is.
And so it is.
And so
Ashe.
it is.
Ashe.
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 And so it is.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Peace and love, family. Whoever shows up, peace and love on the live or on the reboot. Peace and love.